Hi, I'm Nisi. Welcome to my channel. We're about to dive in to a whole lot of Jimin's face. Just face, 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 face. First, let me say, burnout is real, and apparently it's real for hobbies. I took all of yesterday to just relax. I'm coming back now, having digested, i.e. listened to Jimin's Face album over and over and over and over again. It really is 20 minutes of intense emotion and feeling, but also cathartic. And it really takes you on a journey. So I'm ready to jump into it, finally. I promise. I do shower. If you see me wearing the same clothes in multiple videos, it's just because I'm spending all day with Jimin. Yeah, we're gonna start with Like Crazy. Okay, so what?
Just trust me.
When I first listened to the song, right, I just was very confused by hearing all of these sounds, which I was straining very hard to try and hear if it was Jimin's voice, which I could clearly tell based on how they were speaking English, it wasn't Jimin's voice, right? So I was just at first very just confused by the voices, trying to hear if I could figure out who the voices were and not really listening to what they were saying. Deep dive info here. Title of the song is Like Crazy, which is actually a movie that featured Anton Yelchin and Jennifer Lawrence, rest in peace. I do believe he passed away in a tragic accident. But that is the dialogue that you're hearing kind of at the beginning and the end of this song is the dialogue from Like Crazy, centered around a tumultuous relationship. One, that is one of Jimin's favorite movies. Again, I just love like finding these like little nuggets, hearing the lyrics, reading the lyrics, and then now understanding the connection with the title to this movie, to it being one of Jimin's favorite movies, being able to put the connection between Like Crazy lyrics with the Like Crazy dialogue, it makes a whole lot more sense, right? I can't say for sure because we don't know unless Jimin has spoken on it, but this song has very much the same feel of the storyline of that movie in terms of this tumultuous relationship. And clearly someone who I hope the internet never finds out because the internet is crazy, someone hurt Jimin. And I don't know who that person is, but whoever that person is hurt him very, very badly. So we're gonna keep going and try and listen to the story here.
She said, baby, 생각하지 마. There's not a bad thing here tonight. Baby, 떠나도 좋아. 있어, 오늘까지만. Watch me go.
Okay. I'm sorry. I really do only feel like this works if I pause. Just things that I feel like I missed in my first watch. Obviously someone with these like muddy hands and whatever this mud is that just appears all over the ground, right? That person grabs him, touches him. So he's talking about someone who's hurt him, someone who has probably had a lot of practice saying things like, oh, it's okay, it'll be okay, baby. Basically placating you, gaslighting you, whatever way someone can manipulate you emotionally, typically in a relationship that might be bad or toxic or maybe coming to the end of its time. But for whatever reason, you're kind of unable to leave. That person keeps pulling you back in. And again, the visualization of him in this like stark kitchen, then being covered in mud, which it makes me think of like how you feel after you've been bogged down by sadness or pain or struggle, right? It's just like you are basically sitting covered in mud, heavy. And then again, that person just like grabbing you back. You want to get away. You know you probably should, but you can't. And with that, like, freaking dirty, muddy hand, just grabbing you back in. Stay with me just for today. It's like, just today. Don't go tonight. Morning. Gets drunk and never comes. You basically never want morning to come. Just keep partying. Okay, so I want to pause there because when I first listened to this, like this electro pop, like it is very electro pop. I felt that vibe, even though the teaser seemed really down, and now it makes a lot more sense. I was feeling this happy vibe, and then by the end of it, I was very sad for valid reasons. I was sad, but I don't think I fully processed probably what the music listening to it was doing to me at that time, which was I was feeling this sense of happiness and euphoria, but it's an induced sense of euphoria. It is the same feelings that I was getting from the teaser of this, like, almost like you're taking meds to numb yourself, this lethargic feeling, which conflicts with this, like, happy electro-pop beat and these, like, 80s synth vibes I'm feeling, because that just makes me want to freaking dance. But now I get it, because I've been there. You get so down, and eventually, whether it's you or your family or your friends, basically just tell you, we got to get you out of here. You're in a funk. It's time. Let's get out. Let's go have some fun. Even if it's for a moment, you are going to forget everything and just have fun with us. And now I get it. That's what he's doing. He's not getting drunk and just having a party because life is good and he's having a good time. No, life hasn't been great, and he's escaping. And then this idea of him like crowd surfing, going through the hallway, it like felt very party fun. But actually, I get it now. If he's just in a sea of people, he's just trying to get lost. Ooh. And again, this is all like sexy, but it's sexiness in an escapist way. Because the truth is, he's not over whoever hurt him. That's the that's the truth. This is all momentary escapism, but sometimes that's what you need to get by. I love how this infrared is like, it's a different way of visualizing like shadows and ambiguous forms. It's just a different way that I haven't seen in music videos, but I like it. So again, I don't know who those people are, but I'm getting the feeling, the sense that I'm supposed to get it without all the detail. Okay, I'm getting a very Stranger Things vibe from this bathroom scene every single time. I'm getting a like very Eddie Munson or like a Steve vibe with this hair and this outfit. Have you guys ever been there? I mean, it's been a while since I've spent any significant amount of time in a club. But, like, have you ever been in that type of feeling? You're in this club, surrounded by people, and you're still as alone as you could even possibly be. So I've heard a lot of things. Okay, so we're gonna back up just a little bit because I feel like there's a couple of things that I missed that I think are super, super interesting about the music video, right? So I did not plan this. This is like magic that I somehow got to this exact. I know there's only so many options, but I'm amazed with myself. Okay, let me have this. This is the scene I want. It's like, it's not exactly where I want because I bet it's going to end really soon, but this scene, I just want to stop down on it because I find it very, very cool that he included a scene of what appears to be, two women about to make out. And this is not something typically shown in Eastern culture. So I think a lot of balls on Jimin, something that we in Western culture in the United States for sure see way more often now. But where Jimin is from in Korea, this is not something that you would typically see a K-pop star show in their music video. So I'm just going to give some props to Jimin because I feel like it takes some cajones. So that's one. The other thing I really wanted to stop down on is this like scene of him, what seems like he's like searching. In the moment I was watching the music video, I was hoping he's searching for me, but obviously not the case. Those are the thoughts that you get at midnight, apparently. So interesting because he's searching and it seems like, we see this flash of this girl and it's, to me, I'm getting frustrated because I'm like, I just want to understand. Please just tell me the end of the story. I am that person who people are just like, would you rather just fast forward to the end of the movie? Would you rather just read the last page of the book? Do you really want to know what happens so bad that you just keep asking all these questions? Just frickin' watch, read, listen, shut up. So anytime you introduce something story-wise that's compelling, I immediately latch onto that, and now I just want to know more about it. So the minute they showed that girl, I just wanted to know where was this story going? Who was she? Was this the girl who broke his heart? Is this the girl who's about to say? I'm literally going on a journey in my own head for what the story could be. There were a lot of interesting thoughts about this more being a search for himself. Almost like that woman was representing the feminine side of Jimin. And the idea that just before in the scene, he's searching. And then, boop, we switch. He looks up and he's looking at himself in a mirror. That seemed to me like a really, really, really compelling theory. And again, the lyrics right here. My reflection within the mirror. So again, maybe that him walking through the club, this elusive, mysterious woman, maybe instead that's him, his reflection that he's searching for. I love the eye makeup that they have on here. The white. I love this 80s vibe, this chorus. Okay, right here.
Alone again.
So, he's escaped. We hear the dialogue from the movie, right? And it's basically saying, like, I'm home again. Sounds like it's at some point in the movie you're either watching or listening to someone leave a voicemail. And he is walking out of this club, out of the darkness, into the light. Love that, just like repeatedly we keep seeing that motif of that movement and that transition from dark to light, not just in the music videos but also in the photos, which is really cool. But he's got this like these muddy feet, and again we already saw the mud on the ground of the kitchen. We saw the mud on her hand when she grabbed him. It was fast, but still the girl in the music video is the one in the beginning who puts her hand on his arm and pulls him into the club before disappearing again. And now as he's walking out, with this like little badass walk, let me say, like this is a great shot. And he's walking away and he's leaving these muddy footprints, this residue. And the only thing I can think of is he hasn't escaped yet, right? You don't bring back a residue. You know, you don't leave muddy footprints if you're cleaned and you've left that behind, right? So he's still, even after that moment of escape, it was just a moment. He is still walking back with those muddy footprints. And if we weren't sure, his hand is also covered with that mud. Ah. So fun to dissect. So I really appreciate is like a really new fun love in my life, talking about this stuff with you guys. So anyway, I'm having a good time. All right, so I want to dig in a little bit more on the music. So in terms of emotion, when I look back at my Snap reaction and my reaction to the teaser, I don't think I was too far off in the feeling that it was trying to convey. But I think I did not understand the story being told. So I still think it hasn't changed that like the vibe that I get from this music is like very happy and calming, but like calming in a euphoric way, almost like this like wave sweeping over you, warming sensation, like the way that like your belly feels after like taking like a shot or a long swig of a drink, and just like that feeling of warmth that like cascades throughout your belly. So I still get that feeling, but the story, the lyrics, and what I feel like is what inspired the song are obviously like very dark, strong, painful emotions. To have a song feel uplifting, but coming from a place of pain. And it's a feeling that I think is weird because we want it to be black and white, right? Like you're not happy at the same time that you're upset and sad and in pain. And when you're in pain, you're not happy. But as human beings, we know like we're complex, and that somehow that does happen. We are sad and we awkwardly laugh. We are in pain and someone cracks a joke and brings us out of that pain for just a moment. It's just extremely it's relatable. It's like, yes, Jimin's a human being like us. Someone can hurt him. I don't know if this is someone who he loved. I don't know if this is, you know what, I'm 100% certain it's someone he loved. That's not the case. I'm not sure if this was a significant other, a family member, or a friend is what I mean. So not someone that he loved, but the type of relationship he had. I don't know what that is, but it's clearly someone that he loved who hurt him. And he, like us, no matter how famous and rich and talented he is, has been brought down to like a low point. It's relatable. Oh, talking about this stuff gets me emotional. What I'm struggling with Like Crazy, and if you've gotten this far in the video, I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Do you feel like the song leaves you with an uplifting feeling? Or does it leave you with a feeling of almost like a Groundhog's Day, where you fight to escape, but you end up back where you started? I'm not sure right now. When I listen to it, it definitely it still gives me those vibes. I just want to close my eyes, spin around, let myself go, basically. But when I really, really think about what the meaning of this song is, it is a dichotomy that I don't know if I was prepared for when I really deep dived into it. So I'm interested to know what you guys think about this song. What's the feeling that like you take away from it? In the end, does it leave you more hopeful and uplifted? Or does it actually kind of get you sad and in your feels, thinking that you might have escaped for a moment, but you haven't escaped for good?